Once a month or so, we lure Gourmet Warehouse diva Caren McSherry to Studio 4 so she can show off some of her wares and talk about cooking all things delicious in a pinch. She herself is a certified culinary professional, a great chef, and cookbook author. It is my pleasure to welcome Caren McSherry back to Studio 4 to tell us more. Nice to see you again, Ms. Diva.
Too bad that there wasn't another celebrity that we had dinner with that we could just, you know,
I
chirp
know.
about.
Last time we were chirping about Curtis Stone, and then I saw him on the cover of a magazine.
And then you just went, uh-huh.
I was getting my nails done,
and
I dropped it at the nail parlor. I said, oh, I know him. One of the most famous chefs in the world. I had dinner with him. You know how we tend to.
Yeah, we just dropped
la-di-da. We dropped the odd bon mot, whatever it's called.
Father's Day. It's all about dads today. And he tried to bring in things that I don't know why men, boys, you know, adolescent guys are hard to buy for, but they just are. So I tried to sort of zero in on sort of the testosterone.
Right.
And think what they'd like and what we, you know, sort of gear to.
You mean like the green egg barbecue or
That's
something
it.
like that?
Those are like $3,000, aren't
they?
They're really expensive.
Oh, well, maybe just the regular barbecue, but there's something about men in the summer, they
it's
suddenly
all
learn
grilling
to cook everything.
They become chefs overnight.
I know, I love that.
With the sun comes the
and
ability.
some men are chefs
They are
in their
very
own
good.
right and very good, but something about the cue.
It is that. And the beer. So to start, I brought these little beer bands because you put your beer down, you put your glass down.
Right.
These are quite funny. They have all the little sayings on them.
So and you know whose beer's whose.
So whose beer's whose, or whose glass is whose, and it's quite fun.
Well, today we shouldn't talk about getting wrecked, wasted, ripped, polluted, loaded, hammered, pickled, or trashed.
Probably be.
Maybe not.
But
maybe one beer.
Maybe one beer only.
Okay, but those are cute.
They are cute, and you know what?
You could put them on people if you had to.
Yeah, they could do a little tie around the neck if you know.
Sure.
Attach them to your
Why
pearls.
not? But the point is, they have the little fancy things for the wine glasses,
and
so
this
you
is
can
more
tell
guyish.
which is your wine glass. So that's good for Dad.
So
excellent.
Rubs and things, anything grilling and barbecue is massive. So the dry rubs seem to be sort of really taking off. There must be 200 on the market.
Okay, and when you dry rub a steak or a piece of chicken,
just
why?
Because what it does, before you put it on, you dry rub both sides, and what the dry rub does is it sort of permeates the meat, and then it also forms a crust, so it keeps moisture in the meat.
Okay, so you don't oil the meat or anything before.
No, you just use the natural juices or the natural moisture. So these are Rick's rubs, and it's actually a fellow named Rick Ford, and he's a local guy, and he's developed these 5 or 6 rubs that go with, you know, lamb, chicken, fish, meat, veg, and they're really good.
So fish and seafood, and they're different herbs and spices, and so Rick's rub.
It's nice to support the local guy.
Yeah, an Asian flavor, all of that, could put that on.
So that's kind of a fun thing. And then if you think that it's just for protein, this is really cute. It's for fruit. So you know, a little bit of seasoning for pineapple skewers, because pineapple is delicious on the barbecue.
It is.
All the sugars come to the surface. It's moist and delicious inside. So it's an option if you've never tried grilling pineapple.
Why not? And you can have a pineapple skewer along with your chicken skewer.
Precisely.
Would you put chicken and pineapple together when you're barbecuing? You would?
Absolutely. I think that would be
a
grand idea.
Okay, and what about skewers? Speaking of skewers, wooden, metal, what's the best?
If you do metal, you always have to, or if you do wood, you always have to soak them. So if you're not attentive and you haven't thought about soaking them in water, then just get metal ones, because you're never going to have a burn.
Exactly.
And if they burn on the end, how are you going to get it off the skewer?
You're not.
You're not.
No,
exactly.
I like the metal skewers myself, and you can recycle them. And
exactly.
all of that, and be green.
So while we're on that, it's about who always gets the blame when the propane runs out?
He does.
Right answer, hey?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. There's like a $2 item, which is a gauge. So you put it on and it tells you where your propane sits.
How great.
So you don't invite 15 people over when it's got like an eighth of a centimeter left.
I know that drill.
You've done it.
Well, yes. And sometimes so this is magnetic. It just goes on the tank.
Sticks on the tank, and then it tells you where your propane is. So, you know,
Very
time to
smart.
fill. Very smart.
Very smart. And you could throw in a bottle of propane too. I mean,
there you go.
Get elaborate.
This is for you.
No.
Yeah, because this is Father's Day size. Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's Father's Day peanut
As
size.
you know, I think those are the best peanuts in the
There's
world.
No, they are definitively the best peanuts in the world. I was in the store
But they're
yesterday,
not greasy.
and somebody said, "I always get the peanuts here. Have you had the peanuts?" She goes, "No, you've got." Everybody sells it for them because they taste so good.
They're Faraday.
Yeah.
And they're from Carolina, aren't they? They're from the deep south.
Wherever the peanut Georgia, isn't Georgia?
Georgia?
Peanuts.
Virginia.
So, Virginia.
I bet.
I should have known that.
They're probably Virginia peanuts.
You should have known that, Miss Montana.
Well, Miss Montana forgot. Just a minute.
So that is
It's a Virginia type peanut.
That is the.
And it's the Riddick family. I'm trying to read this. You keep talking.
Okay, so that's your family Father's Day size. It's just massive, and you know what? They don't last long.
No,
now
they
for,
don't.
We go from beer.
They're really fattening too. That's good.
Don't
But they're good
say
for
that.
us. No, 25 peanuts. That's not bad. 170
protein.
calories from. Okay.
Protein's good.
I know, good for us. As long as you
Yeah.
don't have a peanut allergy.
True.
That's not so good.
So this is kind of cool for the dads that are, into wine and,
Right.
and special bottles and stuff. This lifts the label off the bottle so that they can save
Fabulous,
it
the
and say,
Chateaubriand.
I had a fabulous dinner with Fanny, and this is the wine that I drank, and we don't remember much more.
Exactly. So that's
those
the
are
label
good.
lift.
Lifts that up, and,
And
so
we
while
have,
we're on wine,
I'm hurrying you because I was chatting.
Okay, this is a very cool thing. Now this is sort of the newest. It's called wine
Those are
aerating, and if you've got sort of an inexpensive wine and you want to bring life to it, you pour it through here. It comes out the bottom, and basically it aerates the wine. It opens it up, breathes
Sure,
oxygen
it's a
into
very
it, and
fast decant. Really.
Precisely.
And if the wine's not so good, as you say,
it makes it a little better.
It gives it a little.
And if you don't think that, it's sort
Right,
of that.
and even good wine.
It's a placebo.
You can use it with good
yeah,
wine,
it,
right?
Absolutely. And more
Oh, look
wine
at those.
for summer. Look at that. Aren't
Oh,
those
plastic.
good? All plastic. So you can go to the picnic, you can go to the beach.
These are
they can
great.
Topple over. They've got a little grip in there so you don't lose your
Oh,
grip.
we're having a wedding in
And
our
they look-
family around a pool.
Don't
This would
those
work.
look great?
Yeah,
they're
because
handsome
they're
looking.
not tacky.
No, they're not chintzy.
Oh, those will work.
So
Are
all
they
dads
really
have,
expensive?
No, they're not. I think they're like $16 for four.
For 4. Okay, and you can recycle them, right?
Absolutely. They're dishwasher safe, everything.
Those are great.
Tool kit if dad's a tool hound. It sort of hangs in your garage and you slide all your tools in there. And
Okay.
we can put our broom
Good
in.
grips. Oh, fine. We can
The
put our
broom, the
in.
rake,
or
the
we can
everything.
ride on our broom.
Yeah.
Whatever
If
we
you're
choose.
A mussel lover.
Oh, I'm a mussel
very
lover.
inexpensive, beautiful little pot. You cook the mussels in there, turn that over, and that becomes your shell holder. So mussels, shells.
How great.
It's a very cool, cute
And what do
thing.
you cook your mussels in, Miss Diva?
Wine, parsley, aromatics, and just steamed real
Sure.
quick.
You can throw in some coconut milk, can't
Oh,
you?
you could. That would be good. And a little bit of lemongrass.
Oh, yes.
And
Yum.
yeah, so this is a little set that we put together. My good friend at West Coast Select, barbecuing planks that are made
Right.
of cedar, and then a great little book called
Reclaimed cedar.
Sticks. Yeah, make sure that it's not treated cedar.
I know.
Yeah, and they're usable again. So it's not just a one-time use, and then a
Okay.
little kit called Sticks and Stones, a book that would go. So that's a great
Okay.
Father's Day gift.
That is
too.
great. The art of grilling on plank, vine, and stone. Because stone grilling is another thing
It's a very
that's very
hip thing.
popular right now. Yes. If you don't like grill marks on your burgers,
I
you can
know.
put them on the stone.
And then finally,
Oh,
dads,
French chocolate.
mums, kids, everybody loves a good chocolate. So
Well-
I brought the sort of the mixture of all the
Right.
big high percentage eating chocolates from Valrhona, which is one of those very fancy
Valrhona is some of the best chocolate in the world, and I know the Belgians and the French fight about it.
They do.
But-
And not to discount that we've got our own brilliant Thomas Haas, and the Doobies are really good. But
Oh, yes.
just these are, I
Oh,
just
yes, and the cinnamons. There's a
Yes.
lot of good chocolatiers
really,
in
really
this
good.
city.
Yeah, Chocolate
well,
Arts,
Thomas
Greg
Haas,
Hook.
did the great Stanley Cup. He's going to have to put it in the fridge
for next
for
year.
next year.
He will.
The great
He's
chocolate
very- yeah.
cup. Well, I guess we could eat it still.
You must eat it.
I guess you do eat it when you lose.
Yeah, you
Maybe
eat
that's
it. That's
it.
a good one. Oh,
And
you're
if
just
you'd
so funny.
won, you'd have to keep that chocolate cup.
Correct.
Right? So Mangiare, there's other things in here like fresh and tangy. It's about 64% cocoa. Okay, all
Yeah.
good, all
so
good.
these are all things I kind of thought that, you know, you can wrap yourself around Dad. He always gets the short end. No one ever goes out and spends like enormous
Right.
amounts of money. So you always have to be sort of careful. Don't buy him a tie. Buy him things he'll use. No ties, no socks. Please, just get him food and things that he can enjoy and share.
Sure.
And that's fun.
Food and booze.
Food and booze.
That always works.
Works for me.
Or you can buy them, you know, you can buy them a side of beef or something like that.
Precisely,
I know
and
we're
then throw
making men
rubs.
very mucho macho.
But that's okay, they like that. There's a part of it.
Organic beef.
Yes,
Because they have that
absolutely.
Blue Cattle, that company that has the organic.
In Dunderave, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, very good.
Yeah, organic beef. Why not?
Sebastian is the name
Oh,
of
Sebastian is the organic butcher.
Yeah, he's
Yum.
good. He's
He
very good.
is good. Nice to see you again.
Again,
I'll see
thank
you
you
next
so
time.
much, darling. It was
when
very
it will
fun.
be Mother's Day, or before that.
Yeah, well, hope so.
Let's hope. Okay, Caren McSherry, her new cookbook is called In a Pinch. I took it home.
I know.
So
We're
we don't
getting you a
have
new
it.
one.
Oh, thank you. Caren McSherry from the Gourmet Warehouse. And